Most people invest the safe way or chase a risky business, but the smartest people are actually doing both, and almost no one's talking about it. When you say investing to most people, they think 401k, Roth IRA, buying the S&P 500 every month. That's great, but it's honestly a little bit incomplete. On the other hand, you have folks who chase risky businesses their entire life and sometimes end up with nothing to show for it. Today I want to talk about a strategy that most people who build a lot of wealth are doing, but they just don't talk about it, and it really doesn't have a name until now. So let's get into the 3-step framework, how you can do this for yourself, and why it's so powerful. Welcome to hybrid investing. As you likely pieced it together from that, hybrid investing is just a blend of traditional investing and business. Hybrid literally means combining two things, and I'm kind of stealing this term from hybrid athlete, which is someone who focuses on endurance and also strength at the same time, but can really be applied to this style of investing as well too, where normal traditional investing combined with business, the overall goal, both of those, is to still grow your wealth. So you're not having to choose between a safe, boring path of investing or, a crazy risky path of business. It's a combination of both, and it really gives you the best potential over the long run. Most people get this wrong because they think they have to choose one. They either think I have to go the investing route, put all my money into investing, wait 30 years for it to grow, and then enjoy it then. And on the other hand, you have folks that say, I don't want to wait that long. I want to go start a business and get rich quicker or over the next, handful of years and really shoot myself into the next level of wealth. The truth of this is that both of them have flaws. Investing is slow, but starting a business can be incredibly risky, and so hybrid investing fixes that. The first part of hybrid investing is your fail-safe plan. So this is all of your traditional investments, your 401k match, make sure you get that. You're setting up your Roth IRA if you're eligible, setting up a health savings account if you're eligible, and getting a traditional account set up and ready to go as well too. The awesome part about the fail-safe investing plan is that all of this can be set up automatically, and you can do auto contributions every month to where you really only have to look at this maybe a few times a year. Get these accounts set up, put them into, depending on where you're at in your investing journey, likely just S&P 500 index fund will work, and let this work on autopilot in the background. People think you have to choose one or the other. I hate to say it, but 30 years is going to go by either way. So while you think 30 years might be a long time, like I said, it's going to go by either way. So you might as well be investing passively in the background and taking advantage of that compound interest of the market as it grows over time. Number 2 is the get rich quick plan. This is the 3, 5, 10 year plan that really gives you the potential to launch your wealth to the next level. You have the safe investments working in the background. This is where you're going to take a little bit more risk, and hopefully, reach just another level with your wealth. This might look like a service business. Maybe you are coaching, some type of consulting. Maybe you have a physical product that you want to create and bring to the market. Maybe this ends up being $1,000 a month. Maybe it lets you leave your job. Who knows, it might even create generational wealth for your family over the long term. Doesn't really matter what it is. The important part of this is that you're giving yourself the chance to reach that level of success while your passive investments are still working in the background. So now that you know part 1 and part 2 of hybrid investing, how do you actually apply this to your financial situation? Number 1 is just going to be lock in that traditional investing route. Get all those accounts set up, have automatic contributions set up and ready to go, and let that work passively in the background. Number 2 is going to be to identify a leverage point. Maybe this is a skill that you have that not a lot of people do. Maybe it's some knowledge that you have that not a lot of people know about. Either way, this is something where you could sit down and show someone or talk to someone over this topic for hours and teach them. That's likely a good way to identify what this skill could be. You're not really looking for a passion here. You're just looking for something that you can leverage, and make sure you don't get those two mixed up. I tried this as a passion project a couple years ago. I love fishing, so I said, hey, I'm going to start a fishing content channel and create a brand there. And honestly, fishing is not a great place for leverage to build a business. And so I ended up almost burning myself out of my passion, which was fishing, because I was pressing so hard to make this work in somewhere where I didn't have a lot of leverage. And so I've pretty much given that up nowadays, but it's a lesson I learned the hard way. So when you're going through this, just keep that in mind. There's a difference between passion and also what you're good at as well too. But Find that happy medium of something you know and are good at and something that actually has leverage that you can move into a business with. And once you have that, identify number 3 is just going to be creating a monetization plan. Maybe it's a consulting or coaching business. Maybe you are creating a physical product, like we said, based on what we're doing. Maybe it's just a straight up service business where you are going and doing something for someone else. The goal of this is that every dollar you put into the business route has the chance to greatly outperform what you are doing on the passive, investing side in the background. This is your risk/moonshot, and it's really why hybrid investing works so well, is because it lets you do both things at once. So all that said, the reason why hybrid investing wins is that you have that passive wealth building in the background that is going to be your fail-safe plan and still set you up to be in a good place financially. But then you also have that business route where you have the potential to really grow your wealth exponentially over time. You can probably go and look at a lot of successful people and see, how this hybrid investing strategy is really what they've been doing over the course of their life and how it has worked for them. So I'm not stopping my ETF investing anytime soon, but I'm also not pretending that ETFs are the ceiling as well. Hybrid investors plan for the safe route, but also create that opportunity for them to really have some awesome financial freedom if their swing hits. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below. I'm curious to think what you think about the strategy, or maybe you're already doing it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.